Hello friends, welcome to Develop a Beginner. Myself Divyesh Zaveri. We are happy to help freshers to grow in their life. We are making videos in our software languages like Java, PHP, WordPress, and Angular for Develop a Beginner. Please like and subscribe our channel for more videos. Last session we were learn basic introduction of Java. Today we will learn Java operators. Operators is used to perform mathematical operation between object value and object reference. In this chapter, we will cover arithmetic operators, unary operators, assignment operators, comparison operator, logical operator, and bitwise operator. Let's see one by one in detail. Arithmetic operators are used to perform mathematical operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. The syntax for that is operand, operator, and then operand. Like a V1 is at that operand, then plus that addition, it is that operator, and the V2 is another operand. So the addition is used to perform addition between object and value. Subtraction is used to perform subtraction between object and value. Multiplication is used to perform multiplication between object and value. Division is used to perform division of variable and value. Module is used to find the modular of the division. Let's see with the example. So I have created uh, arithmetic operator class, and in that you can see I have initialized variable. So in this example we will learn about that banking balance sheet, how the banking balance sheet is working with that arithmetic operator. So the one credit, the variable name is credit amount, which I have initialized 500. Debit amount initialized with 1335, and the opening balance is 5000, and the monthly interest is coming at 7%. So here you can see that I have just displayed that opening balance, then the credit amount, and then the balance. So here you can see that the credit amount is adding into that balance. So here you can see that balance is equal to balance, then addition operator, and the credit amount. So in this case, that balance is that operand, then the addition is that operator, and the credit amount is another operand. So it will perform that the credit amount 500, that the right side of operand will be added into that left side of the operand, so that the balance become 5000 plus 500. The same way you can see that the debit amount will be debited from the balance. So we use that subtraction operator. So the balance, then subtraction operator, and then debit amount. We are calculating the interest for the 12 months. So here you can see that interest multiplied by 12. So that we have calculated interest is 7 and multiplied by 12, so it become 84, and we are adding that interest into the balance. So now the balance become the new with that having interest in that balance. Then the subtract, then operator division. So division is used to divide the value. So here we are the division is used, we have used for the finding the average. So generally in the banking system they are finding the average with that 3 months. So whether that average is given range or not. So here we are finding that average of balance. The modular. So modular is basically used to find that modular of that division is 0 or 1. So here we are finding that if we the modular of the balance with 3. Let's run the program. Oh, So you can see that opening balance is 5,000, credit amount is 500. So now that opening balance has become 5,500 because we have used that addition operator. Now from that 5,500 we are debited amount 1,335. So now the new balance become 4,165. We are finding that interest is 84 and we are adding that interest into that balance. So now the new balance become 4,249. We are finding the division, so we finding for the average, so that we divide it from 3. So new that average become 1,416.33. So here you can see that the division have that value with that uh, not in a decimal, but it has that decimal value itself. So that modular of that value become 1 because we have that division value with that decimal index. So if we are doing the same with the 7, then it become, let's see with the division also. So the division between balance with the 7 value, then it's become 607, that's 607, and there is no any division value. So you can see that, so the modular also become a 0. Let's see another operator, unary operator. The unary operator are used to define the state of the value. So the unary plus define that the positive number, positive sign of that value. The unary minus is define the negative value of the value. Then the increment object is used to perform increment the value by 1, and the decrement operator is used to decrement the value by 1. Let's see with the example. So the same, we have taken that credit amount, debit amount, and balance that 5,000. So you can see that the plus 15. So here you can see that the unary plus sign will define that this is that credit amount which is in a positive, and in the debit amount you can see that it's a unary minus. So it means that yeah, we need to debit the amount and it is in a minus. So generally that unary operator is defined the state of that value. So here you can see it will not perform any operation like a addition or subtraction. It is just defined that yeah, it is in a minus. So this is a negative value, and the credit amount is a positive value. So here we have performed that addition operation for the balance and credit amount and the debit amount. So here that the basic arithmetic, that math law will be happen, that plus minus become minus. So it will automatically deduct that debit amount. Yeah. So yeah, and now that the increment operator. So here you can see that after that balance become, let me run. Yeah. So now the balance become 5,500, and we are incrementing by 1, assuming that the balance is daily incrementing by 1, then it's become then 5,501, and then the decrementing the operator, so it will decrement the value by 1. So now the balance become 5,500. This is just for the comment to identify that we have used this operator. Assignment operators are used to assign the value to the variable. So assignment operator, as we have seen that the 250 is assigned to that price variable, We can also assign that object value or object reference to another object. Addition assignment, so it will perform the addition and assign the value. Subtraction assignment, subtraction assignment operator is used to perform the subtraction and assign the value to that object. Same way the multiplication also do that multiplication with that value and assign to the object. The division and the module is the same as we have seen in an arithmetic operator, that addition, subtraction, multiplication and the modular. So same way, but it is just so that multiplication will perform and it will directly assign to that value to that object. Let's see with that example. Yeah, so here you can see that 500 is assigned to that credit amount, 1300 assigned to the debit amount, 5000 assigned to that balance, and 5 is assigned to that interest. So here you can see that early we in arithmetic operator we have used that balance is equal to balance and then plus and the credit amount, but in that case we are adding the credit amount into that balance. So there is another method to the same operation perform with that assignment operator, addition assignment operator. So you can see that, so what it will perform the same thing, it will add the credit amount into the balance and it assigned into the balance. Same way that subtraction assignment will perform the subtraction from that balance and assign into the balance. So it will subtract the debit amount from the balance and assign into the balance. Same way it will multiply with that interest with the 12 and that interest is assigned into the balance. So here we have just reused that addition assignment. Let's see with that run. So here you can see that 5000 is that opening balance and the credit amount is 500. So again that it's become 5500. Here we use that addition assignment. Again we are deducting that 1300 from balance. So now that balance become 4200, and here we have used that subtraction assignment. Same way we are calculating the interest, and here that interest the base value is 5, so we are multiply with that 12 with that 5 and assigning into that interest. So now the interest variable become 60 and it is assigning to that balance with that addition. So you can see that the interest is assigned addition, perform the addition and assign into the balance. So 4000, so now the final the balance become the 4260. Next we will see that comparison operator. So comparison operator are used to compare that object and its reference. So generally in future we will learn there are so many cases where we are using that comparison operator. So here that, yeah, equal to, it's a double equal sign. So equal to is used to compare the object reference and object value. Greater than, the greater than is used to compare the value is greater than another object value. The less than, the compare the object value is less than another object value. The not equal, the not equal is used to compare the value object value is not equal to another object value. Here it's a greater than or equal, it will compare the value is greater than or equal to another object value. So here that main the difference between greater than and greater than equal, the greater than will ignore that basic value. So here you can see that it will ignore the 500, it will start with the 501, and here the greater than equal will, it will verify that price is also is 500 or it's greater than 500. So it will also include that 500, and the same way it's less than equal to, so less than or equal to will compare the values less than or equal to that another object. Same way it will also verify that equality with that value, and also perform that less than operation on this price. Let's see the example. Yeah, so here we have taken example of that pizza cart. So everyone know that the in that pizza we calculating some offer. So that offer sometime that have that the total value. So how many the total value, and based on that the offer is applicable. So here we have just taken one example of that pizza cart. So here the pizza amount is assigning to 250. The GST rate is applying to 3 percentage, and the pizza quantity we have assigned it to. Here you can see that we are just displaying that price and quantity. Yeah. Now we are calculating the total amount. So total amount is equal to total amount, that pizza amount multiplied by quantity. So it assigning it to the total, and we are finding that GST amount based on the total. So here you can see we have just reused that multiplication operator and the combination of multiplication and the division. Same way we are just finding that. So and we find that GST amount and adding into the net amount, that the total amount plus GST, and that net amount is we are finding calculating that net amount. Let's see the run this program, so we will get the perfect data. Yeah, so you can see that the total amount become 500 because we have used that price amount multiplied by quantity. So it becomes the 250 multiplied by 2, it's become 500 total amount. Now we are calculating the GST. So the GST is total amount multiplied by GST divided by 100. So it's 500 multiplied by 3 divided by 100. So it's become 15 rupees for the GST amount. So we are just adding into the totals to make the net amount. So now that net amount become 515. Assuming that we are just comparing that, yeah, the value is equal to 500. So just here you can see that we are just finding that net amount is equal to 500. Guys, please take care with this. Here you can see we have used two equal sign, so that is equal to operator. If you are assigning, if you are using this only one single operator, so this become assignment operator and it will throw that error. So please remember and just take care in future for the equal to. So here you can see that the net amount is equal to 500. So we are just comparing that the net amount is equal to 500. So here you can see no, that net amount is 515. So it give the answer is false. And that, yeah, every time that comparison operator will return in a boolean value, it will always return true or false. The comparison operator, you can see that the greater than. So just verifying that the net amount is greater than 500. Yep. So you can see that its value is true because it's 515. Just verifying that the net amount is less than 500. No, it's false because it's 515. So that's why. Same way we are just verifying the greater than equal to, less than equal to, and not equal to. So you can see that greater than equal to, yeah, it's true. It's become false because it's 515, and the same way 550 is not equal to 500. So it's true. Next, yeah, next is a logical operator. Logical operators are used to check multiple conditions together. So here you can see that logical AND operator. So it will combine the many relation expressions using the logical and it will return true if all the conditions are valid. Logically or the logical or will also use for combine the relationship, but here it's logical or will return true if any of the condition are valid. It will not check if that the first condition is true, then it will not check another condition, it directly return it's true. Logically and so logically and is used to verify the boolean expression is in a invert value. So if you want like to find that the value greater than 500, it's not able to grab, and we just would like to in a invert form, then we just use that logically not. And the ternary operator to define the multiple logical operator in a single line. As example, you can see that price greater than 500 and quantity greater than 3, then discount is 3 or discount is 1. The same way you can see here that the not operator is used, so it will verify in a invert value of this relation operation. Let's see with that example logical operator. So we just use the same pizza cart value. So here you can see that we just find that net amount, that 515. Now just check that. So here we are finding that whether that offer is applied to this order or not. So here the condition is that the net amount is equal to 500, and here you can see we have used logical operator which will compare that both condition will satisfy, then it return true, otherwise it return false. So here it's the first condition is that the net amount must be equal to 500 and pizza quantity greater than equal to 2, but here the net amount is 515, so that first condition is false, so it will return into that false. Here you can see that the same the OR condition, it will verify that net amount greater than equal to 500. So here you can see, yeah, that 515 is greater than equal to 500, but here we have just another condition has a pizza quantity greater than 2, so this become a false. But as I already mentioned that in our condition it will just verify one by one relationship, and if anyone is true then it will not check another condition. So here it's 515 greater than equal to 500, so it will just return, it will not check that the second condition is true or false, so it return true. Here you can see that the net amount is greater than equal to 500. Yep, so it's true. And pizza, so here we have used that logical operator. So it's true, but we have invert that true value, so it become false. Here the same condition we have used for ternary operator. So you can see that AND operator with that ternary operator will return true or false to identify, yeah, the offer is applicable or not. Okay, now next the bitwise operator. Yeah, the bitwise operator is used to perform operation by bit. The bitwise operator perform only this primitive type like an integer, long, short, character and byte. Sometimes we just need to use that in a binary bit to perform some AND operation, that binary AND operation. So like binary, so assuming that we have a two operand, that binary A and binary B, and we are just performing that AND operation of that. So just use only the one single ampersand, not that double. So if you are using double ampersand, that's a logical AND, it's become a logical AND, and here it's a single ampersand, that is a bitwise AND. Same way that bitwise OR, the bitwise XOR, the XOR is used to perform that XOR operation, then bitwise complement, then left shift, the two less than, and the right shift. Let's see with that example for more detail. Yep. So you can see that I have initialized that 15, the value into that, assign that 15 value into the binary E variable, then the 60 value assign into the binary B. So that binary value become 15 is this, that the last four digit is of 111 and the 000, and the 16 value, the binary, it's become, the last four is, sorry, first four is 1100 and the second one is 0011. The binary calculation will be like this one. So it is a 2 raised to n form. Sorry, 2 raised to n form. So here the 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3. Same way going into further. So that binary, how that binary will calculate. So here it's a 60 and it's a 15. So it will identify that 8 and 4, 12, 12 and 2, 14, 14 and 1. So it's 15. So that's why it displays as 11111 and 000. So that's become a binary of 15. Now check that 60. So 60 will become like 32 plus 16 become 48. 48, 8 and 4, it's 12. So 48 plus 12, 60. So that binary will be 00111100. Let's see with that binary and operation. Let's run this program for more debugging. Okay, so here you can see that binary AND operation. So it will perform that common operator into that AND operator. So here you can see that the common is 1 2, and here also is common is 1 2. So it's become 8 and 4 means 12. So that binary AND operation will be 12. The binary OR operation will remove this common part and just performing all the op. So here you can see that it will add the, all the things which is not in there. So here you can see it will perform like 001111 because 11 is not there, and so it perform that binary OR operation and that value become 63. The binary XOR operation, so it will XOR that 15 to 16. So now you can see that it's become 51. The complement operator, so it will reverse to that value, so it become 16, shifting the 2 byte of that binary byte to left side. So it become like 00111100 because we have shifted 2 byte to the left side. Now you can see that this is our binary 60 and we are shifting the 2 value to the right side. So it's become 000 and 11111 because we have shifted 2 byte to the right side. So now this become a 60 and this become a 15. So this is another case where we are just shifting the byte from the right and the left. Okay, thank you guys. Please share and like our video. If you have any question, please mention in that below comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel to get upcoming video, and please click on that the below the bell icon to get the regular notification. Thank you.